Yo, what up?
What's
It's
what's
9
up,
o'clock.
everyone? How's
uh,
everyone doing?
Caleb's late, but he'll be here.
Yeah, he'll be there later. I mean, he was literally just with us.
He'll be here soon.
He said he'd be right back, and now it's 9 o'clock. But you know, stuff happens. So just like when my dad went to go get the milk. You know,
Yeah. Uh, he came back, right?
no.
Oh.
Oh well, yeah, he did. Yeah, sorry, I
Oh.
was thinking of a
Yeah.
different dad.
uh,
Ah, so welcome back to the Chinos show, where we have the best openings around.
always.
Always.
Best in the world.
Mm-hmm. Let's start with the weather. How do we start with the
Yeah, let's
weather?
start with the weather. Well, it's been pretty alright. It's been kind of rainy,
Yeah, it has been kind of rainy.
but in general, when it wasn't rainy, it's felt pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cold today.
It was
Not cold.
nice.
Not cold, but it
Yeah.
was colder today.
Yeah, like 60, 65
About
ish.
55
Oh, really?
today.
Wow. Yeah, we got some rain uh this past week. It was pretty bad. I think they were thinking that, or they being the meteorologist, you know, big weather, um,
Big
was
weather.
thinking they were thinking that there's going to be some more hail coming through, but I don't think we got any, which is nice. I know Austin got some hail, so haha. All my homies out there in Austin, hope you didn't get any hail damage.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's been really nice. I mean, it's been kind of humid, I guess. Really cloudy, very cloudy. Weather. Let's see what the weather is for next week. Let's see. Daily. Looks like we're gonna have some more days in this mid to high 60s, bridging up into the 70s with a high of 80 on Tuesday, and then another cold front's gonna come through. Cold front. I say cold front. It's gonna be mid to high 60s again, and then it'll come back up to the 80s throughout the week steadily. So yeah.
Nice.
Other than that, how's your week been?
The week's been alright. I
Mm.
had a pretty big test that I was working towards all week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Looks like Caleb's here.
Turgle.
Uh,
Woo.
Everything's scuffed for some reason. Discord's broken.
Discord's broken.
Looks like we're gonna have to swap to the Carl view. This Discord is broke.
All right.
I think if you go to full screen, yeah. The
Caleb's a
options
god.
won't work.
Caleb's a god.
Caleb is god.
What would we do without Caleb? We were falling apart out here for 5 minutes.
Really just tripping over everything that we were saying, and it was turning into an absolute mess. All right, honestly, we need you to clean it up. So Caleb, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been fine. Forgot it was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, but I was still asleep until 8:45 p.m.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
The test that I was just talking about ruined me.
Mm. Yeah, I remember. You were up all night.
I was up all night last night. Not because the test was over at that point, but
That was the sweet release.
yeah, I had to get that Valorant gameplay in last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, my internet went out at 10:30, so
Yikes.
I could have been on that Valorant grind with you, but no.
Yeah, Valorant makes me free.
Yeah,
Can't play
it's
for too long at a time.
for sure. I have no idea how you played it for that long.
I didn't play it all night.
Dang, Caleb, I bet you feel kind of left out.
Of what?
You don't have a hydro flask.
Yeah, super left out.
Damn, I'm jealous. I wish my hydro
Ye-
flask was yellow like that.
You got a Dickies glass.
Yeah. Dickie's souvenir cup. Ain't nothing like it.
Mm-mm. Well.
I'm gonna propose a challenge to the chat room tonight.
Oh.
First person to post Among Us cock in our chat tonight gets timed out. Your prize.
That's your prize?
Race
Alright.
to post it.
Now we just watch and wait. That's gonna be that'll be the whole episode.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
5 minutes later. Oh, looks like Spooks has been timed out.
Yeah, dude. Where's Spooks when you need them?
Yeah. I've been wanting to get a large group in a Discord call and just like
Oh, yeah, Blaine was telling me that.
Oh yeah.
We were making that noise on the mic the other day, and he was like, we should get everybody to do that at the same time.
I think it would be amazing,
If
personally.
we get a 4-man in Valorant, just all
Yeah.
4 of us go into the game chat doing that. The one
Do-
other dude will probably just quit.
Yeah, let's just test run that real quick. I want to hear what it sounds like.
No thing.
Yeah. You're gonna opt out. Your mic stopped picking up anyways.
I know you might.
Yeah, I was doing it super quietly
Oh, I see.
because I got embarrassed.
Blaine doesn't get embarrassed. That was a lie.
I get my cheeks get red. I mean, that's embarrassed. Luckily, you can't see how red my cheeks get on like a 360p camera. So, I always look better in 360p. Not 4K.
Interesting flex.
I always look better out of focus. Anyways,
Talk space. Give us the big SpaceX news, Blaine.
huge SpaceX news. SpaceX got they were chosen, so NASA's doing their Artemis mission, right? I've talked about it. They're going to the moon. Woo, 2024. Going to the moon by 2024, apparently. And so they hadn't chosen. They narrowed it down, but they hadn't chosen a specific company because they haven't chosen a company to contract out to for their lander, which is pretty important. It was narrowed down to SpaceX, I believe, Boeing, and then some smaller company. I'll have to look it up real quick. But yeah, SpaceX got chosen for the lunar lander. I remember watching videos about which one was the I don't know about the different options that each one was offering. So let's see. But yeah, it's a big thing. So they're going to be using their Starship that they've been testing with the intent of it being fully operational by 2024, obviously. But it's good that they won it because it's $2.9 billion, which is really helpful for the development of Starship. And honestly, it's it's kind of nice because it's gonna it's gonna pay dividends in the future. It's more of a business investment than like a product investment, where it's like this thing is just going to the moon. It is just the lander for this, you know. It's
Yeah.
like after Starship's developed, it's gonna be going to Mars and stuff like that. So yeah, SpaceX. So let's see, who was it? Um,
The R&D value alone of an entirely crewed flight landing on a external body and then
mhm.
launching again.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Misspoke. It was not Boeing. It was Blue Origin. It's the Jeff Bezos company. So it was SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Dynetics, another defense contractor. And the Blue Origin, they haven't really like Blue Origin hasn't even gotten their space company hasn't even gotten into orbit around the Earth yet. Um, which I know isn't really necessary for the contract, but I mean that it's pretty easy to compare Blue Origin to SpaceX, and when you do, it's like one is way ahead of the other.
Yeah, I mean, SpaceX has already got crewed flights under their belt as well.
Yeah, and well,
Does Blue Origin have any of that?
more than crewed flights, it's like they have they have orbital data from satellites that they're putting out almost monthly, almost weekly, honestly. Like they're launching Starlink satellites practically weekly. It
Yeah,
seems
that
like
is
every
pretty
single time.
impressive.
Yeah, every single time we talk about the podcast, we talk on the podcast about this. There's like Starlink satellites coming up and up and up, and then there's another um, Crew Dragon, or I guess yeah, Crew Dragon. Whatever. They're going to they secured another NASA contract to take people to the ISS again. So that's good. Um, so yeah, they have a lot of data. Like Blue Origin doesn't really have any of that. They're kind of operating in the dark. And considering it's a business, it's not like they're going to share. You know, it's not like a government thing where it's like we're all in this together.
Yeah, I wonder how Russia feels about the monopoly that Soyuz has on, you know, transporting to the ISS and back. What do they
Mhm.
feel about that being lost to, U.S. contractors?
I mean, I think it's a cool thing. In
Yeah, I prefer it being, a U.S. thing. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
uh, it's just patriotism. Like this is the only form of patriotism I feel. Honestly,
Yeah,
sometimes
pretty much for
it's
me.
like, oh, look at that, SpaceX. But it's really cool that it's moved into the corporate field because I think that's where the most progress is going to be made. Because
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
not going to get another space race like what we had in the
yeah,
60s and Cold War era, but you do have two of the richest men in the world
yeah. At least we have
going
a
off.
not international, but like a national space race
Hmm.
within the U.S.
One country we don't talk about a lot is China. They're kind of space race might happen with China and the United States. The, keep in mind, the United States isn't going to be launching the vessels. It'll be more like the United States is giving contracts out to you know, the companies that like SpaceX and Boeing and Blue Origin, and Lockheed Martin, and but yeah, China. We kind of hoed them out of the ISS when it was first built. Um, there were some pretty good reasons, but honestly, it was kind of like we don't like them,
Mhm. Yeah,
and so and so it was basically just the United States that blocked China from working on the International Space Station. Um, but whatever. So yeah, they're kind of pissed at us. They're building their own space station. Uh, some of it's already up. I don't know if I've talked about that here. I don't know much about it, but yeah. And their space program is evolving at a rapid pace. I mean, like, very quick.
I've seen that I've seen some launches, mentions of their launches, but I haven't really kept tabs on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody is.
Yeah, not
It'll
as
be a surprise.
exciting.
They're trying to be the first people to, what is it? I think they want to be the first people to go to Mars. I
Really?
think they're competing with SpaceX in that field.
Hmm.
I don't know if they have the same ETA as SpaceX, but it's pretty surprising.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I guess it makes sense now. Like, there was a space race for the moon in the '60s. Now there's gonna be a space race for Mars
yeah,
in the
except
2020s, '30s.
there's not really any profit incentive for it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's probably just like, you know, a national pride and like
Yeah, I can
the
see
what you
that for
call it?
China. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very big on that, I think, or at least that's all I see of them, honestly. Um, I feel like they care a lot about their image. Um, but yeah, I don't really know what kind of incentive there is to go to Mars. I understand a moon base better than a Mars base. Like, I
Yeah,
don't want
Mars
to.
is more like seems more like trying to make it habitable or like have habitable spaces
Yeah,
on Mars,
the thing
which
about
seems
it.
pretty futurology type thing.
hmm The thing about it is, like, I don't doubt Elon can do it. I actually think he can do it, but like, he wants a civilization of about 1 million people by like 2050.
Yeah.
And the thing about just thinking about it, um, I I don't really like. I can stay indoors. Lockdown showed that I can. I just don't like it. Um, but that's kind of what it would be like, all the time
Yeah.
for
I
them.
mean, I don't even know, like,
And
why does he want to do that? Because he's a businessman, right? But there's like zero profit to be
right,
made on Mars, right?
right.
Unless he's having people mine for iron and sending it back somehow and making money off of that. But
He's gonna send all the slaves that are making his batteries up to
yeah.
Mars.
Oh man, it'd be like Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Like, I could see him just being like eccentric, but be something pretty eccentric to do, even if he has the spare, cash for it.
The way he's described it, and this is just like through public speeches, so I don't actually know if this is what he really wants to do, but the way he described it is, I tried I I really, really tried going green, pushing the green initiative for Earth, trying to save Earth,
Mhm.
but he just doesn't see a way of it happening. And so he's just like, I you know, I guess we got to go to Mars. We
Yeah.
gotta we gotta figure out a way to get off this rock before we self implode. Honestly, I think the whole Mars thing is more of a hype train that he's gonna use because Starship is also going to be used as a transportation vessel around Earth. If you didn't know,
Oh, it's gonna be used as to suborbital missions to get around Earth.
yeah, not just missions, like commercial.
Right.
His vision is like starships going around. Like, you could get to the other side of the world in
Not much
half
time.
half the time, if not more, or if not less than a commercial airline.
Yeah. That's interesting. Never heard of that.
So yeah, for real.
Makes sense, I guess. But man, I mean, how much would a ticket cost for that? I guess. Well, you wouldn't even need the. Well, I don't know. Actually, would you need the heavy booster to just do a suborbital mission, or you could probably just do
I don't think so. I don't think you need the
just
heavy
just
booster.
the like top stage starship?
I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to like hard to say right now, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
It's weird. You got to think like in terms of commercial use, how much that's gonna be destroying the environment.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're gonna
he
be
wants
launching a whole fucking
doesn't
fleet.
he want to make them he wants to make them carbon neutral, doesn't he? Like that's one of the goals for Starship because he wants to be able to take carbon and scrub it out of the air to make methane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What is
I
that?
mean,
The Lavoisier or some
yeah,
process?
yeah. He
But
wants to do that. I don't know
I
how
don't really know.
feasible that is. I've heard that it's just like kind of well, yeah. I don't know. I
I
don't know
know
if
that I've heard it said that that's one of his goals, but I don't know how much truth there is to that, really.
from what I've heard of the process, it's extremely slow.
Yeah, it seems slow and like inefficient because it has to have like super high temperatures, or not super high,
Yeah,
but relatively high.
yeah. So
The
I don't see it.
Sabatier.
I can understand it being necessary on Mars, but on
Yeah, like
Earth,
on Mars. I mean, I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
But
But let's see. Yeah, that'd be pretty bad on the environment, I guess.
hmm
Just the inefficiency that it takes to get something into orbit in the first place.
yeah,
Because like rockets aren't very efficient, right? Usually. Because the weight of the fuel, you know,
yeah. I
like
mean,
just thinking about it, for me, it feels like it'd be way less efficient than an airplane. But
it's not exactly utilizing aerodynamics, so
yeah, or well, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I'm in over my head on this one.
technically, you'd really only need to get into orbit, and then it'd be like you'd be able to cut it off,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
You can
deorbit,
get your arc
deorbit
going.
into the flop that they're doing, and then they kick the engines on for like a couple of seconds for landing. Uh,
Yeah,
so I don't actually know what
it's really
his
just the burn into the trajectory and then the
yeah
landing burn. That's it.
I don't actually know what the I guess environmental impact works out to be because I mean, you got a jet going constantly,
Right. Yeah.
but at cruising altitude it's like nothing. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I guess what would you use even to quantify the impact of a rocket engine's exhaust gases? I guess just the exhaust gases themselves.
Yeah.
Like you could whatchamacallit? You could do the math on how the chemistry works out for
hmm
CO2 and whatever.
Yeah.
Because what are they bearing? Methane and oxygen, so it's just going to be
It's
carbon
just
dioxide.
methalox. Um, I don't actually know what the reaction's gonna be, and maybe some water, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it might. I don't know. What is the combustion of methane?
CH4 and O2. Surely there's some water, right?
Let's see. Yeah, oh well.
um, but at the same time,
Yeah, one CO2 and two oxygen, or two water
okay,
per carbon dioxide, or
yeah,
for methane.
but I don't even think it holds as many people as a
Yeah, no.
747.
Well, I doubt. I wonder.
So
I mean, I wonder if it's just going to be like rich people travel, you know?
probably.
Like, or if they're going to do like cargo and stuff. Who
See,
knows?
yeah, because he got the tunnel opened up underneath, California.
Hmm.
That's operational, but it seems like it's only used for Tesla vehicles.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what I mean, understandably so. But also, I don't know if anyone uses it. It doesn't seem very.
I haven't heard anything about it in the past like year.
Yeah, it's like it just seemed like a publicity stunt. I don't understand because
Yeah, like what
the big bucks is going to be Starlink. It's going to be any contract he does with NASA. I mean, obviously he got 2.9 billion. I don't know if that's even a lot for him at this point. Um,
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
and then he's got like Tesla. He's got to keep doing Tesla.
Yeah. How much of that 2.9 billion is going to go to just pure R&D to get the Starship onto the moon? You know,
Probably all of it.
probably most of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the vast majority.
Hmm.
I'm just glad that there's somebody, you know, who's really like taking. I don't know. It almost seems, I don't know the economics of it, but like at least I'm glad that there's some billionaire out there who's really heavily investing into you know, space
Hmm.
and you know, vehicles for that.
Yeah.
Because we've already got the SLS from NASA, but I guess we're having having the Starship full stack work in tandem with that, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's gonna be really cool. I think. Honestly, NASA might even be absorbed by SpaceX if it comes to it. Uh, NASA's gonna not really, but NASA's gonna end up just being like focused.
Overshadowed
Oh,
by SpaceX.
completely.
I guess it
Yeah.
kind of will be soon if, you know, Elon Musk gets the fucking get Starship really going.
Hmm. But from what I've heard, it's more of NASA's the one that does R&D for like science.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Yes, I
more
don't
of
think Elon
science.
Musk is very involved in or very interested in scientific
Yeah.
exploration. Definitely a company.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess I don't know.
I
I,
can see a lot more contracts in the future between NASA and SpaceX, though, for various things. I mean, whatever they may be, future
mhm.
missions.
They're like, oh, you're heading to Mars? Okay, let me strap this doohickey on your.
Yeah, yeah. Let me give you this thermometer, like in Kerbal Space Program.
Just stick it on that aluminum pipe. Um, it's actually stainless steel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, Blaine.
Uh, but yeah, that's space,
Have you
I
seen
guess.
the one more thing? Have you seen the thermal like shielding that they put on the starships? The like hexagon plates. That
Yes.
just looks cool. I don't know, like
Yeah.
I don't even know why, but it's just like
There's
it
like
looks like a cool.
there's like a little bit of space in between
Yeah,
each.
yeah.
Yeah. They're like ceramics, right?
Yeah, some kind of ceramic type stuff. Probably, I mean, probably just like, oh, probably what you call it? What's the stuff that is like it's like a frozen, uh, um, what is it called? It's like a silica gel,
Hmm.
aerogel.
Oh yeah.
I think they put aerogel in like
Really?
space thermal. Yeah, because of how good it is at
What?
what do we call it? Um, God, I can't think. My brain is broken.
Well, I mean, I understand that aerogel would be good because it has like a very good, like it creates a really nice
Yeah,
barrier, and
bearing.
it's
Yeah.
also like super light,
I think
like
it's like a
lighter than air.
mixture. It's a very strange mixture of like ceramic. It's like a ceramic plate that they put aerogel in or something.
Mm.
I don't know
All
what
I
it is
know is
actually.
they have to space it so precise that because on reentry, um, they're gonna heat up, expand, and
Oh,
you don't
right.
want them to pop off.
Yeah.
But if
That
you
look
make the spaces too large, it's just there's not gonna
right.
have any here.
It's a
It'll just
challenge.
get in and not block anything. All that heat, kind of crazy stuff. Um, yeah. As for Starlink, I think they'll be up pretty soon. Let me check myself on that. I know there's this guy on YouTube who got a Starlink out like
Oh, like
some.
the dish.
Hmm. And he's been like, I guess, posting about how good it is.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I think. Wait. I think I might have seen Linus Tech Tips got his hands on like one of the receivers or something. I can't remember if it was him though. It's become a SpaceX hour.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically already up.
Like the network.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, how many do they have up there now? It's 60 per launch, and they've been doing so many launches.
Yeah. Let's see. Um, it's kind of interesting how hard it is to find. Uh, they're gonna launch 42,000 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't probably only have like 500 up right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't know. I'll find it later. um,
All right, what's next on the script?
I'm done with my part. It's Act 3.
What does the script say, Blaine?
Yeah, Blaine, can you read the script? I didn't print mine off.
God. Oh, shoot. This is where Andrew talks about Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Okay. Last week I talked about my Steel Soul Hollow Knight playthrough. I think I finished it by last time.
You'd finished it, but you didn't 100% it. I don't. Or yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You 100%ed it. You just didn't.
My next
There was.
endeavor, my next endeavor in Hollow Knight
Mhm.
is the only thing that I haven't done in the game ever, in any capacity, and that's the final gauntlet. In the game where you just battle every single boss throughout the game, back to back to back, like 40 something in a row. And it's gonna be miserable, and it's gonna take me forever.
Mhm.
And I'm
You got to
not
be
looking
really
forward to it.
focused to fight those bosses.
I'm not looking forward to it,
Yeah.
but I want to complete that. I've also never done Mr. Mushroom, but that's not hard. I'll do that first.
Mr. Mushroom?
Yeah, Mr. Mushroom.
Is that the guy? Some guy in the fungal wastes?
He's everywhere.
Oh, really?
And nowhere.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my plan for that. I also plan to continue finishing my Pokemon Black and White playthrough that I
Mhm.
started a long time ago. New Pokemon Snap comes out in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get it?
No,
You planning on? No.
I don't want to spend the money on that
Fair enough.
these days.
I think we concluded when it came out that like it's really cool looking, but I don't know if it's worth the price point.
I played the original. I don't need to play a remake of that. I know what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
I'm glad children these days will get to experience that same energy that
Mhm.
we got to experience as children.
Yeah.
The most like vibing Pokemon game you could possibly play. So
Yeah.
On that note, like, I feel bad for kids these days, you know? At
Yeah.
least kids of the future for video games. Like,
I agree.
the culture of the market of video games and, like, making them. I don't know, I feel like you have to play some indie game or something to actually, like, manage to really get, like, an old kind of experience. I don't know, they just don't make them like they used to, you know? They're all
I,
EA and
I was
microtransactions and stuff.
I was actually just gonna say I feel like we've gotten a little jaded to games, like just because we've seen the same format so often that
Yeah.
that if a kid comes in and they see the format for the first time, even if it's our 6th or 7th time seeing it, that's still their first time seeing it, which still makes that game for them one of the coolest games that they'll ever play.
Oh
Even if
yeah,
even if it might not be the best of the 6 that we've seen along the way, you know.
yeah. I think that is
So
true.
so I don't know if it's like I don't feel bad for him, you know. It,
Yeah,
they're still gonna have the same types of experiences. I don't know if well,
it's just like I don't know. There's something about like you like I don't know. It used to be you wouldn't hear about a game until you were like walking through GameStop or something and you saw it and you're like, hey, it looks good. Golf PGA Tour 2005. That looks like pretty good fun game.
yeah,
Nowadays, you like a game gets released and then everybody's talking about it for like a week and then it kind of cools down, fizzles out for the next year while they're still developing it. And it comes out and it's like not as good as everybody thought. And then for the next like 5 years, people are making videos and shit about it, and everybody's talking about how bad it was. It's like I don't understand. I don't know. I just don't get it. It's like nobody can enjoy games anymore. It almost feels like there's always somebody to say something
Dude.
bad about a game or
I would go to Walmart to shop with my mom, and we'd be walking through the main fucking aisle, and there'd just be that like giant, you know, those bins with like bouncy balls in them.
hmm
There'd be just bins in the middle of the aisle like that. That's just piled up shitty games. This is like 2008 maybe,
yeah.
and I just like dive through that, find a game for my DS, even if it's just some shitty game, and I'd be so excited for it. And no one ever made a video on those games. No one gave a shit about those games.
yeah, no.
But I
You get to
found a way
make
to
your
make
own
I found a way to make them
experiences.
fun.
I see that. I see that. My question to you is, you said how this was like, you said this was like 2008.
Hmm.
So you were pretty young. You weren't even like,
Yeah, I was still, excited about the world.
yeah. So I still think like the 8-year-olds and the 10-year-olds, they aren't gonna do their research before buying a game. I
I mean,
don't
what are they
think.
all
Yeah,
doing these days? They're all
but
on
they're
YouTube
all on
watching
YouTube.
videos.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're all on TikTok.
maybe I
TikTok.
haven't been that. I don't know. I haven't talked to an 8-year-old in a
Kids
very long time.
kids these days start watching YouTube at 2 years old.
Yeah, they
You
stick
do
them in front of
realize
the
that, right?
iPad and then they watch Ryan's World for 18 years and then
Yeah.
they kick it off and start watching Wheel of Fortune. I don't know, whatever. Nobody watches Wheel of Fortune these days. That's what's wrong with the world.
Uh, I watch Wheel of Fortune almost every
My
Wednesday.
man.
Almost every Wednesday.
Yep, every Walkies Wednesday, whenever Simple
Wow.
Flips gives up on Mario Maker and plays Wheel of Fortune instead, I watch.
Well,
I don't know what it is, but it's like I feel like kids are missing out. They're getting
There's no mystery anymore.
yeah.
There's no mystery
Yeah, I
in the
guess
world.
so.
Everything
true.
is known and everything is analyzed publicly,
Mhm.
criticized publicly.
At least you can. At least I'm trying to find a positive to this. I feel like at least you can say like,
I just don't feel like there is anymore. Like games, I just don't know. It's just the world has changed so much that I
Publicity for
mean,
games is greater. More
yeah,
yeah.
people can know about. I think marketing is easier with social media.
Oh yeah,
sure.
definitely. Gaming has only grown, yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah,
and that's a
gaming
good
is
thing. And
huge.
but like,
I
and the thing is, all the games that kids are gonna be playing, like multiplayer games, couch co-op doesn't exist anymore. Hey,
that I miss
everything is
that.
Yeah,
online.
that
All the
sucks.
online games are all like competitive games that just make people angry. And all these kids are just
Mhm.
growing up on those, molding, and just growing up being mauled. You know,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
kind of sucks. Like,
it does suck.
I mean,
Well, see,
sure, I guess I grew up on those games too,
We
but they were different.
we grew up on
I
COD
didn't.
and Halo.
I didn't because my
I
internet
guess,
was shit.
yeah, that's
So,
yeah. For
so
you, it's different.
you're looking at a person that didn't get mauled at a video game from people that weren't in the same room as him
And that's the
until he
thing.
got to college. So like if I
That's
got mad at I remember my brother punched me in the face over a Wii game.
Oh my god, dude!
exactly.
Holy shit.
That's what's
That's
wrong
what.
with video
Yeah,
games
that's what
these
we're
days.
missing these days, dude.
I'd be fine playing like competitive games with people that I knew in real life, but like you go in and out of every single game with a new like a completely new person
Yeah.
and so you have no like emotional
You have
investment
no
in them.
attachment.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's why everybody's so toxic in games these days.
Uh-huh.
And so these kids are growing up in that environment, and it's like that's going to shape them for the rest of their lives. And maybe I'm
My
like blown out of proportion, but it seems like pretty bad to
No,
me.
I mean it
It's pretty
definitely
rough.
cements some toxic traits. My favorite thing is going into a Rocket League game. I start getting beat, they start getting toxic. I say nice things to them, and they respond very nicely. It's like
Yeah,
I break them out of like the cycle that
maybe
they've
we
been in.
should
You know?
break the wheel.
Yeah,
We
I should
should
stop
make
getting so
a
mauled.
Chinos YouTube series unrelated to the podcast where
trying to
we
snap
try to
people out.
we turn people's lives around.
Yeah. But back to the where my brother punched me in the face. I made a me character. Made it so we both had characters, right? My brother's name is Landon. I made a me character for him that was a woman. Tried to make her like as physically unattractive as possible, and named her Landon's wife. And he was young at the time, so he took great offense to this. And he was like, "Dude, delete that." And I was like, "No." So he like punched me in the face. Uh, it was that was
Man,
funny.
that was the good old days, you know.
Uh, yeah, no, I mean, I after games stopped doing that, like in like 2016, because Black Ops 2, playing Black Ops 2 split screen with, you know, my brother and Spooks as a kid growing up was probably the best summer I think we've ever had. That's a bold statement, but in terms of video games, the Black Ops 2 summer of like 2015, 2016, I don't actually know, 2015, 14,
I think it was
something like that.
somewhere in there.
Um, best summer ever. Couldn't even play online. Still great. The only time I actually saw online gaming was when I went over to Spooks' house, and we watched in
Next door where the internet wasn't bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
literally
that's how
next to it.
severe it was for him.
Yeah.
For some reason, just trees, I guess.
Yeah, and we'd play in his, and we'd watch him because they'd just be single player multiplayer, single player games that were multiplayer because we
Right.
couldn't
Yeah.
play along in the attic. It was like 90 degrees up there. But yeah, it's like Titanfall, Overwatch. That's when all those games started coming out.
See, I think I'm not gonna say my fondest memory, but one that sticks out to me that was around the same era as that, maybe a year before that,
Mhm.
was based on online video game content that I watch. I watched Tobuscus play Terraria
Yo,
and play Minecraft, modded Minecraft in like
Oh, dude,
2013 or
yeah.
14. And so I, being the conniving kid who, stole his friend's credit card once and, got banned from Xbox twice, I decided I want to play Terraria and Minecraft. So I found ways without paying for them because I was a broke middle schooler to play Terraria and play Minecraft. And I would spend hours and hours throughout the night. I don't know if my parents knew I was awake or not, but I would play Terraria like from sundown to sundown.
oh my god.
And there was one time when I think it was the first time I ever defeated the Wall of Flesh ever. And I was playing, and as I was fighting him, I hear knocks on the front door of our house. It's like 5 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning. And I'm like, what the fuck? And my mom comes out, opens the door. Okay, the door, there was knocks on the door. Their master bedroom was on the opposite side of the house. She knew that whoever was at the door was coming at 4 in the fucking morning. And I was like, kinda sussy, dude. And she opens the
True,
door,
true.
and like 5 high schoolers come in, and I realize it's my brother's freshman wake up.
Oh shit. That's cool.
I was awake.
That's really cool.
I was awake just in the house office, hailing the wall of flesh for the first time. It's pitch black out, and there's a bunch of high school band kids standing right outside the glass door. I could just see me sitting in there, like, peering around, like, what's going on?
That's dope.
It's a nice gaming memory. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like kids these days, I don't know what their kind of memories of video games are even like.
Yeah, what's it gonna be like? You hit a triple flip reset in Rocket League.
Maybe we should bring a
Ring.
kid on the podcast.
Do you guys know any kids?
No,
They have to be older than 13, I think. Otherwise, YouTube.
Yeah, that is true.
YouTube will be weird about it.
Mm.
But
I feel like we're still a little too young to be trying to analyze the difference.
Sure. But the difference is the stages are so quick though to be different.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been going fast since like 2010 or so. I feel like the video game environment death spiral has started.
Yeah.
But at the same time, although my environment was different than you guys, I still am a younger gamer. I don't think I've been gaming as long as you guys, if that makes sense.
Well, that's the thing. Your like your video game childhood memories, at least. Like, how long have you been playing games on like consoles and stuff at home? You know, like what was your first console? Let's say.
A Wii.
Yeah. Okay. That's like, what was that like? When did you get it? Like late oddies. Like 09?
Came out in 06. So.
I probably got it in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was that like your first gaming experiences?
Yeah.
At least, see, that's the thing. Wii games, and like the Wii in general, that's like, I think that's top tier gaming, you know?
Honestly.
Like, honestly, I mean,
like you got
at
Mario
least as
Kart,
far as,
Wii.
like,
as far as wholesome gaming and
yeah, that's like
gaming goes.
the best way to create childhood memories on a console.
Yeah. I mean, I know if I'm gonna get my kids a console when they grow up, it's gonna be Nintendo. It's got to be a Nintendo straight off the bat.
I don't know with the SNES.
Yeah. Get them an N64.
Every 2 years, you give them a new one until you get to the modern age.
Yeah.
We skipped the Wii U though.
There's some good games on the Wii U, but they basically all got remade for Switch at this point. So.
But yeah, Mario Kart, Mario and Sonic at the NE Olympic Games. What else was there? There was we had the balance board, so we did Wii Fit, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Sports, obviously.
Wii Sports is a god tier game.
Yeah, Wii Sports Resort was fun because you had the obstacle course with the Wii balance board. You like step on the balance board to go faster. You like shift your weight and you can jump. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old days.
I got an Xbox 360 the same year the Xbox One came out.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember I had a. I don't remember my first console. I guess it must have been maybe PS2. I don't know. But I remember playing a lot of PS2 games as a kid.
Well,
and
technically my first console was a PS1, but that was my dad's and we never played it.
Oh.
But yeah. PS1, right? PS1 is the one with wired controllers.
PS2 and 1.
PS1 was just a little gray box like this big, and a disc goes in the top.
Yeah,
like really light gray. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. PS1. And he had Gran Turismo. That actually was some good memories. But we like I said, we hardly played it. Because I was bad at racing games, shockingly, as a kid.
Yeah. Didn't understand a racing line. Pitiful.
I was a fool.
Yeah, I had a Gran Turismo game on my PS2, and that was some fun alone. Like, you made do with what you had as a kid, and I had Gran Turismo, and I mean, I was lucky to have Gran Turismo. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad that my parents picked that game out, you know? Because, like, I I have fond memories of like you could choose any car you wanted, really,
Mhm.
like of any like caliber of car. There was like shitty clapped out trucks all the way up to like race cars. And
Yeah.
one of my fondest memories was like bombing like a Ram 2500 around a racetrack. That was pretty fun.
Going back, because I just thought of this, going back to that whole Minecraft craze, I think the whole thing about Minecraft is like when you're a kid, like up until about 12, I'd say, your imagination is so crazy that Minecraft was magical to me.
Oh yeah, Minecraft
Like
was a game changer as far as
like
games.
now it's more of like I want to create like art with it, like out, with my buildings and stuff. But
Mhm.
but before it was like my imagination was limitless for that game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find I have a hard time getting creative with it. But back then
I always played too linear of games.
Mhm.
I, growing up, always played games for the story, literally to experience the story. That's why I am really against spoilers and stuff these days, I think. Um, but yeah, in Minecraft, I am there for the achievement, and I'm there for survival.
Mm.
I'm not a huge builder kind of person, because I just like to achieve great things. And then once I have nothing like non-tangible left to do, and I have to start building to like keep going, I normally quit for a while.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of how it goes for me. More about the making
The
a
initial
story out of
grind.
it. Yeah.
Well, nowadays it's like we can beat the game pretty quickly. Give us like
We still haven't finished a hardcore as a group.
okay,
yeah,
well
that is
that's
true.
different, right? I can't seem to go two
Yo,
steps without dying.
you guys
We
But
gotta do
watch
a
me.
3-man speed run.
You guys watched me do the Hollow Knight hardcore recently. We could all do Minecraft
mm,
hardcore. Hollow Knight's
Oh
way
yeah.
that's
fucking
true.
harder than Minecraft is to not die.
That's true. I need to get in there and get some training in though.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get you trained up in Minecraft.
Start doing like PvP stuff.
Yeah.
PVM training.
No, it's more of I'm mining in a shaft and then just get
There's just
blown up by a
there's a
creeper.
1x1 hole that leads down 30 blocks.
4 creepers inside of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring this up earlier. His Blaine was like, actually, my first console was the PS1. So my first console at home was the N64, and it was fucking great. We played Mario Kart. We played fucking DK64. We played fucking all the the 2 Zelda games that came out on it. But my neighbor across the street, Eric, had a PS1,
hmm
and we played Grand Theft Auto on it.
Ooh.
I was 4. He was like 6.
Well, like Grand Theft Auto 2.
Whatever was on PS1, yeah. And there were strip
Should've-
clubs in there, and he loved to go
Wow.
to them.
Classic.
Pretty sure I learned what porn was from this kid when I was
Oh
4
my
years
God.
old. I do
Jesus.
remember he taught me the word gay. When
Of
I was
course he
4.
did.
And
Wow.
you know what I interpreted it as?
Hmm.
If you were gay, it meant you walked around without pants on. That's a gay person doesn't wear pants. That's
Oh
what I thought
man,
when I was 4.
to be a kid again.
And whenever I told him, because he played all these weird like shooter games, and I was like, "What the hell? That's not fantasy. That's not what I like. It's not what I know." And I was like, "I play Zelda." He's like, "No, Zelda's gay." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I guess it's because he wears the tunic and like doesn't have real pants.
He doesn't have pants on. He's gay.
He must be gay. That must be what he means." But no, there was
That's
also the thing I wanted to say. I went to the dentist once as a kid. In the dentist office, in the corner, was a PS2 and a TV like, in the waiting room. You know how like at doctors'
shit.
offices they have like those like weird spirally like fit abacus toys for
Yeah.
kids, you know? This is what they had at this dentist office. And you know what game was on that PS2?
Hmm.
That awesome Spider-Man game.
Oh,
Like
really?
Spider-Man 2 or whatever for PS2.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, the
It
good
was
one on the PS2.
so I can't even describe how fucking cool flying around in that game was as Spider-Man. Like fucking.
Was that the waiting room, or was that like actually when you were getting your teeth cleaned? You're
No, it was in
like
the
playing
waiting room.
that would
Dude,
be
have a
dope.
CRT mounted to the fucking
Dude,
ceiling.
but with how jaw-droppingly awesome the game was, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the actual like room.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Doc's playing it by himself.
Holy shit! It probably looked awful, but it looked so good to me at the time.
yeah.
Like that game was
Graphics don't
awesome.
matter in games.
That game
Yeah,
was
I'm of
so
the same.
fucking cool.
I'm of the same idea of that. Like people always say, "Oh yeah, I played this old game that I really liked as a kid, but the magic wasn't there because it didn't." Like I'm always like, it's more if
It's the
like
mechanics. It's about the fluidity of the mechanics. That's how it transports you, and that's why people
Absolutely.
like
It's-
Mario. It's
yeah,
it's a 2D platformer. Like, it's not good graphics.
it's just fun. Like it's a fun
Yeah.
game,
Yeah,
fun little
yeah.
platformer. It's more if I
But
can't get absorbed like I used to, but I usually can. I usually have like the same I was gonna say graphics in my head, but like an imagination.
Yeah.
You know? I can port myself back in time how I'm playing an old video game. I don't know.
I have an appreciation for games without like modern technology, the
Yeah.
graphics.
I feel like something happened in games, and they try to make them these days all like super expansive, full of mechanics and full of like gameplay and like huge worlds to explore always.
I think it's because of Skyrim.
I don't know, maybe not Skyrim.
Or,
Maybe.
like-
I mean, like, because like the Elder Scrolls occupied a specific like genre.
Mhm.
But nowadays it feels like that genre has kind of like, I don't know, everything just feels more expansive, and I feel like the era of the simple game is kind of gone,
Yeah.
It's like everything has to be RPG.
Yeah, like kind
Well,
of,
everything
yeah,
has to be
like
open
Free roam.
world for some
Open
reason.
world
open world,
RPG.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
AAA titles can't get away with being, simpler. Really.
Well, that's
Really
like even the
annoying,
new Call of
frankly.
Duty that's coming out. It's not like a story based, like, oh, we're dropping you into missions now. It's like a battle royale at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Kind of.
I liked the like first two Call of Duties. I really did. They were like fun. The story was like good, you know?
Yeah, I think all the way up to like COD 6 stories are good.
Yeah.
Like everything up to World at War is good, in my opinion, story wise. Modern Warfare 2 is like fine. Black Ops
I
is
liked-
good. Black Ops.
I like the Black Ops
Black Ops had a
2
good
story.
yeah.
I like I'm sorry, I can't say anything about older Call of Duty, but
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Ops 2 it had a good story. Black
BO2
Ops 3
was
did
fun.
not. Black Ops 3 did
Is
not.
Black Ops 2 the one where you ride horses at some point?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was an alright game.
and you get interrogated by like
BO1
Middle
was
East
sick.
people.
Like BO1 was just awesome all around. What a good
You know,
time
you know what I
for
also
gaming.
miss about being a kid? Because like this isn't a thing for like, being an adult gamer, but I miss like gasping to go to somebody's house and like play a game with them on their different console they had.
Mhm.
Like somebody else might have a GameCube and I have a PS2.
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh, I want to play on that GameCube so bad, holy shit, or like whatever they have,
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why, Caleb, that's why every time I went over to your house as a kid, I was like, I would be fine with just sitting in a chair next to you while you played your games
Really?
on your computer. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. John, you guys remember John?
Yeah. Hill?
The broken hand
No, no,
guy.
no. John Cox.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He lived in
Yes.
Blaine and I's neighborhood.
Oh my!
And
He would walk to my house about a half mile down the road and just knock on the door. Like,
yeah, and I had a PS3 at the time, and I had a NASCAR game, NASCAR
Mhm.
2011, the game. That's the official title. Has the game in the name.
the game.
And he wanted to play that game anytime he came to my house. He'd like come and knock on my door after school and be like, hey, you want to play some NASCAR? I'll be like, all right, yeah, sure. Let's play some
Inviting to
NASCAR.
play games at your own house.
You
Yeah.
can't say no because you just walked 20 minutes to get to your house.
Yeah.
For
Well, one day
real?
I was like, no, man, I can't right now. I have to go somewhere. He's like, oh, come on, man. Let's just play some NASCAR. And he was like, I was like, no, man, you just gotta go home. He's like, man, I don't know. I saw some big birds out there. They might hurt me. Like that's the excuse he used.
Okay, so as a kid, he
He had to
struck
get
me
his
as like a
fix.
used car salesman type, like
Oh, dude, he
argument.
sounds like a crack addict that really needs to get some.
We
to me.
we used to play airsoft together sometimes, just he and I, which isn't really that fun.
Right.
Yeah.
One
But-
to one. Meet me in the gulag or something.
But he'd like show up at my place with like an airsoft gun. So it's like,
Yeah,
hmm.
I was never into airsoft. One of my friends would play airsoft with me, and I would always get fucking mauled. He'd be like, "Here, you can have this gun. I just bought this new Thompson, and it has like 5,000 FPS, and like you're gonna be stuck in this
Yeah.
tower, and I'm just gonna shoot at the tower, and you're stuck here forever."
That's
And you have
always
my
the
old
like
pistol, and you're
the
like, "Fuck."
yeah, exactly.
That's always
They give you
the-
their shitty old pistol.
That's
and then
always
they have,
the
like, a
big
fucking
brother,
long
little
gun.
brother type situation.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Dude.
no, but
I had this friend who lived like in the city, Waco, like in the city, so there wasn't much space around. He had a he was so cool, dude. He had a lot of cool shit. He had a potato gun,
oh yeah.
and he lived around like Mount Carmel, you know, like the water treatment plant.
Yeah.
Okay,
Around
hold
that
on.
area.
You gotta clarify the potato gun, as in like a potato cannon where you put a
Yeah, like
potato in
you
there?
cut a potato in half, you stick it in, and then you use some
Okay.
spray paint and like
Alright.
a sparker.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where we were shooting at, but we would shoot that potato cannon, like, just launch it in the middle of the city. I have no idea where they went.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
But, like,
Oh my
my
god.
God.
I know there was, like, some amount of, like, undeveloped land behind him, but I don't know how much. And one day we took that potato cannon, and we took it and aimed it at his neighbor's fence, and we shot his fence, and it just fucking put a potato-sized hole in a plank of wood. Like, it didn't slow down. Like, that thing was going quick for a potato.
Oh my god, dude.
Holy shit. That's
He also
awesome.
he also had a paintball gun, and I guess it was pretty weak because like we would like walk like 50 faces and just like shoot each other's backs
Oh my
and like
God.
behind his house.
I don't remember paint. I went paintballing as a kid. I don't remember it being that as tough as it was whenever
Yeah.
Right?
we went paintballing. Like they must have toned the pressure down whenever we were kids.
They must have, yeah. Because
Where it's like-
yeah, no, I got shot by your brother like at close range, and man,
Holy
left
shit!
a mark on me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We
I
came
think-
back.
I think Whitney gave me like 4 huge welts that day.
Welts. Yeah. Like
Sorry, Gobbler gave me 4 huge welts that day.
I don't remember. I don't know. It was fun. All right, but like as much as we played it, I don't think I would be able to play for any longer. You know.
Yeah, it was like it was a workout.
That whole
Whenever you're, like, in the
experience
game.
was weird though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We show up the first day. We're like, "Hey, sorry guys, we're closing in like 10 minutes. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow. Also, we don't have any paintballs left, so buy your own."
Oh. No, no, no,
Fun, though.
no. We went there. They were like, we don't have any paintballs, but you can probably get some from this place or this place. We went to this place. They didn't have it. Went to this place. They did have it. We got paintballs, came back, and they were like, sorry, we're closing.
Yeah, I'm not getting overtime, so
Yeah.
But we did get like the whole day to ourselves basically the next day. Which,
Yeah. We didn't have to worry about anyone else being there, which was nice.
yeah,
Terrifying experience.
it was
Yeah.
alright. I had a good
I-
time. I lost
I
my
was-
balance that
remember
day though. So
At one
Oh,
point,
yeah.
I ran out of ammo, and I had to and there was like 3 people left, and I was trying to like stick my gun out, like, listen, man, I'm surrendering, and then somebody was just pinning me down, like suppressing fire, and there's a paintball, there's paint like splattering across the barrel, like across. It was really it was real shit.
it happened to me too.
Yeah.
And Spooks was behind a barrier. There was like I was the only one left on my team. And I think you two were outside like watching because you guys were out. And you saw and my popper was just open and all my paintballs fell out. And so I was just like, what do I do? I like looked at the guy and I looked at you guys and I was like, ah. And he was like, ah. And so
You
I
did the
was
most badass thing, I think.
And so I
I've
closed my
seen.
hopper and I just blanked. I just shot blanks and I was just like, and I just sprinted out behind the cover that I was at. Spooks hid because he thought that I had paintballs and I was firing at him. And the rule is if you're point blank, you just like say whatever,
Surrender, I think, something like that.
freeze or something.
Yeah.
And then that person's out so that you don't hurt everyone who's shooting them point blank. And so I just Rambo'd it and sprinted at him, and then I got destroyed after that. But that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Also,
one,
Andrew,
one of the guns kept on messing up, right? Like it kept on like
if,
going.
if it ran out of CO2, it would sound like a helicopter taking off.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You'd have to
It wouldn't have
control
enough pressure to keep the seal closed, I think, or
Mm.
something like that. But Andrew, I did deep clean my car and I didn't find your
Yeah, that's
glasses
fine.
anywhere. So.
It's okay. I bought
Wow,
these ones
that's
anyway,
weird.
so I must have left them on top of your car and you drove off or something.
Something like, yeah, probably
something
something
like that
like
had
that.
happened.
hmm
So they're not in Aubrey's car either. Granted, she's never cleaned her car once in her life, probably. So
That's a shame.
it was actually kind of clean back then. So we looked; it's not in there.
Well, that was a good reminisce session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big memories episode talking about video game memories and paintballing, and
Yeah.
half of the episode was SpaceX talk.
Well, it's cool SpaceX talk, all right? You gotta preface it with the cool. Just saying. But,
Well,
Well,
GG.
well, yeah.
GP, should I say?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Eleanor pieces.
Yeah.
I think that ends it out. Last time we had Caleb end it out, and that was like,
The greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
yeah.
Too
So
much. Too much for
um,
us.
I don't actually want to follow closing that out. Andrew, you should do it.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us today, boys. If you have those Twitch Primes, go ahead and hit the channel with those Twitch Primes. You'll get access to our Minecraft server, you'll get access to the emotes, and you could talk whenever it's subscriber-only chat, which it never is. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that motherfucking subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications. We'll be back next week at Saturday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is that it for you, boys?
That's it. Oh,
That's
wait.
it, champ.
Fuck you, Spotify listeners.
And fuck the
Fuck you.
Spotify listeners.
Weather.
We're talking
We did
about
it.
weather.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we did
okay,
it.
all
You
right.
weren't here.
See you later, guys. I'll be.
Anyway, peace out, everybody. Chinos out.